Round one. What?
Alright, so it's one day later and we already pulled the engine out of the car. So now we are going to remove the intercooler, remove the headlight, the bracket that supports the headlight and the bumper. We already got the engine harness out of the way. Traction bar is still there, but I'm gonna have to take it off once I'm ready to paint. So pretty much it. The other chassis harness is thrown off to the side. When I spray the engine bay, I'm gonna, instead of taking out the harness, which would have been a real pain in the ass, I'm just gonna throw the harness against the windshield and hold it down with the windshield wipers. I'm gonna leave the gold thermal tape, whatever, in the background. I'm not gonna spray the back because I'm gonna cover it up again anyway, so it doesn't make sense to waste paint. So this is going to be painted, the shock tower, basically this whole section. I'm not gonna paint the subframe. I'm gonna leave that as is. There's no need to paint that. So I decided that I'm going to paint it myself. I already ordered a handheld sandblaster, so I can just sandblast all this paint off versus doing it the more labor intensive way of getting a sander and then sanding it all down by hand. I've done that before and it's just too much labor, and I don't have the time or patience for that. So I'm just gonna sandblast this whole engine bay, and then I'll go over any rough spots with the sander so that I have a nice smooth surface for the paint to adhere to. What else is that to do? I gotta remove the intercooler. Let's see. Oh, I gotta remove the horn. So basically, get this engine bay ready for paint. Remove the battery. I'm gonna remove the fenders because I'm doing the coupe front end. So these fenders are gonna be gone, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to replace the hood. So that's gonna be tough. But yeah, so not much to do today. Just basically take everything off and strip it to the bare bones. So let's take it apart.
Did the 360, the cipher's closed. Come on, come on.
The format is real sickness, contagious.
Here I come, Daisy. There you go.
Still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Young and gifted, my tongue's prolific. In the beach bungalow is how I bung in Christmas. With a street summer flow from the hungriest district. Switch kicks, crisp when I come to them picnics. Play slow, paper chase stack and lay low. Range rove, tinted all black, the same old. Psychic mind, righteous rhymes. Then turned a new leaf on my life of crime. No concerns with new beef. Who's as nice as I'm is confirmed from few.
Alright, as you can see, intercooler is out and this thing is filthy. So this was custom made for the car, and the cool thing is it has a CSF core. So Alex uses CSF intercooler cores, and of course he just welds the end tanks on. So yeah, that's out, and basically down to the bare. I'm more than likely going to paint all this as well, just so that it looks decent if I ever decide to take off the bumper. And oh yeah, pretty much ready to be sandblasted at this point. I am also debating if I want to develop a crash bar, a more compact design crash bar, to replace the original OEM unit. Still debating if I want to do it or not. If I do it, it'll probably just be for myself. You know, there's not much demand for development of making a lightweight, more compact crash bar for this chassis. But call it a day here. That's not much to do here. So from this point on, oh yeah, I gotta take the battery out. From this point on, it's just sandblast and order the paint, and I'll be there laying the paint down. So that sums it up for part 2 here. I can't think of much to do other than get this area prepped and ready to paint. So part 2 will be paint. So yeah, that summarizes part 2, and I'll catch you on the next one.